Hey everyone, it's Christy, and today I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that a friend of mine, former friend of mine, told me would be a really enjoyable thing to do on YouTube. I don't know if it's true, but I would love to see some comments and some thumbs up if you like it. Also, I will have links to everything I mentioned down below, just probably to Amazon. Obviously, once again, nobody is paying for my doing this. All right, so to get started. So I'm part of a book club that doesn't really do anything right now because life. And we went to Barnes & Noble and we would walk around and we would talk about what books we were going to read and pick out a book and things like that. And I would grab a book, as an example, The Scam by Evanovich and Goldberg, and I would read the back of it. I'm very much attracted, I totally do this. I judge a book by its name, its cover, and then this. And if I like that, I'm more likely to check it out. We all are. That's why the little blurb is so important. Sometimes, if you're lucky, a book will even have, this one doesn't. Some books will even have, might be older ones, a little piece on the inside cover about like a scene from early on in the book. So anyway, I went to the library last week and I checked out some books that I based solely off of the title and cover, or just to start off with the spine. That is literally what I checked out these books for. Didn't buy them, checked them out. And now, because apparently I get really into it when I read the backs, I'm going to read the backs of these books for you. And if you've read any of these books, let me know below. I will probably not be reading all of them for various reasons. These ones are almost all, most of them are from the teen section. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are from teen. This is a mystery. And I have 2 sci-fi. And I think I put one in there that I was actually going to read. One of the sci-fi books is one I'm actually very interested in reading. I may actually read it. We'll see. So, to start, we will do The Scam. This is, I believe, this is the 4th book in this particular Fox and O'Hare series. I do enjoy Janet Evanovich. I actually prefer her, I'm going to show you I have read quite a few of the Stephanie Plum books. They are good. I got a little bored. And I have read so far all of the Lizzie and Diesel books. I love those. And I have actually read several of her romance novels. Those are some of my favorites. So let's read the blurb on the back. All right. Nicholas Fox is a charming con man and master thief on the run. Kate O'Hare is the FBI agent who is hot on his trail. At least, that's what everyone thinks. In reality, Fox and O'Hare are secretly working together to bring down super criminals the law can't touch. Criminals like brutal casino magnate Evan Trace. Evan Trace. Evan Chase sounds more natural. Let's be honest here. Evan Trace is running a money laundering operation through his casino in Macau. Some of his best customers are mobsters, dictators, and global terrorists. Nick and Kate will have to go deep undercover as high-stake gamblers wagering millions of dollars and their lives in an attempt to topple Trace's empire. It's a scam that will take Fox and O'Hare from the Las Vegas Strip to the sun-soaked beaches of Oahu's North Shore and into the back alleys of Macau. Their only backup? a self-absorbed actor, a Somalian pirate, and Kate's father, an ex-soldier who believes a rocket launcher is the best way to solve every problem. What could possibly go wrong? All right, now I actually tried to listen to the first book in this series, and I don't know, something about it just didn't go with me. I do like her books, but I don't know, again, this one, just didn't quite hit me. But this one, I want to know about the self-absorbed actor, the Somalian pirate, and an ex-soldier who doesn't think a rocket launcher is the best way to solve every problem? Okay, it's not, but but it would be fun to think it was. Be honest about that. So, anyway, probably wouldn't hurt to have actually read the first 3 books. The Heist. We'll see. I tried listening to it. Might be a book I can't listen to. It kind of bugged me because it takes on the perspective of both Nicholas Fox and Kate O'Hare, and it was a male voice reading it, and that was sort of weird for me because most of the books by Janet Evanovich are read by women. So I listen to a lot of books. All right, book 2. Should I pull from the stack or should I? We'll just take from the top. This is one I actually kind of want to read. I don't know what it's about, but based off of this Timecaster, I went, ooh, and then the cover, time is not on his side. I went, ooh. So, ready? Are you ready? Let's see if there's anything else. Ooh, we're gonna get to have a scene from the inside of the book. I'm excited. All right. Apparently, Mr. Kimball has not really written any other books. Not that I'm seeing. Interesting. Oh, it covers up some of it. Ah, dang it. You see this? Do you see that? Stupid library. Okay. Timing is everything. Chicago, 2064. Talon Avalon is bored. Talon is a timecaster, one of a select few peace officers who can operate a TEV, a tachyon emission visualizer, which allows the user to record events, most specifically crimes that have already happened. This just sounds like a problem waiting to happen. Violent crime is at an all-time low, and there hasn't been an unsolved murder in 7 years. So Talon has little to do except give lectures to school kids and obsess about his beloved wife's profession as a licensed sex partner. Really? Okay, losing interest. Then, one of her clients asks Talon to investigate a possible murder. And when Talon uses the TEV to view the crime, the identity of the killer is unmistakable. It's Talon Avalon. Someone is taking timecasting to a whole new level, using it to frame Talon. And the only way he can prove his innocence is to go off the grid, which, even in 2064, is a very dangerous thing to do. Okay, let's read the inside before I give thoughts, because I'm going to give thoughts. Caught on tape. The murderer looked exactly like me. His hair was darker than mine and slightly longer than I wore it, but everything else was him. Everything else about him was identical. You killed her! Neil backpedaled, raising up his hands in case I was going to grab him and twist his head off. I didn't kill her, Neil. I was shocked, but kept my voice even. That's just someone who looks like me, a disguise, or someone with facial reconstruction, might even be a clone. Neil's voice was shaky. He's your age. He would have had to have been cloned at the same time as your birth. Look, I'll prove it isn't me. I zoomed out and switched the resolution from the visible spectrum to a pre-programmed wavelength and frequency, bringing up the electromagnetic radiation resolution. The effect was similar to old-fashioned x-rays. The killer and Aunt Zelda became phosphorescent skeletons. I used the joystick to focus on the man's wrist, then zoomed in. His chip filled the screen. A 20-digit ID number followed by the birth date. I paused it, and then I got an even bigger shock. The ID number and the name were mine. Oh, did I say birth number? I said birth name. Okay, so it's his chip filled the screen. A 20-digit ID number followed by the birth name. I paused it, and then I even bigger shock. The ID number and the name were mine. You killed her, Neil whispered. Okay, so this sucks. I kind of don't want to read this now. Eco-punk? Alright, eco-punk is a subgenre. I've never heard of this before. Is a subgenre of science fiction set in a green utopian future that... Okay. With a libertarian government. The opposite of nihilistic, authoritative sci-fi, where no one smiles because everyone is so fucking oppressed. A narrative typified by high-tech gadgetry, over-the-top action, capricious amounts of sex, gratuitous and often rude humor, and theoretical physics taking place in a society that emphasizes personal freedom and respect for the environment. And the third definition, a Joe Kimball story where people get kicked in the groin a lot. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sad. I don't want to read this book now. I don't know. Okay, just from reading the back cover and then reading the little piece inside, I don't feel like this is telling me it's a eco-punk, because there is nothing green in this world that we see. I mean, like, it's a city, it's nighttime, there's fog and a moon. So I feel like there should be more, like, we should see a park or something to imply that it's green. That's just weird. Emphasizes personal freedom and respect for the environment. Personal freedom, but you get a chip implanted in your body. And you know, when does that happen? That's not personal freedom. That's I scan myself and everybody knows, and you know what the hell I'm doing. That's kind of oppressive to me. And I don't know. I lost interest. I hate that. You have no idea how often that happens. I go, ooh, and then I read about it and I go, ugh. So, sad panda. Okay. I'm going to jump around. I want to read another sci-fi book. I don't want to, I have a lot of books here. I want to hit the teen books last. Let's stay in category. Okay. This one. Another one I kind of want to read. It is called Only Superhuman. He looks so cool. I could be attracted because she's a redhead. I think she's a redhead. She looks fairly redheaded, don't you think? Don't you? Okay. And then on the front cover, Only Superhuman is a heady comic book fix for the discerning sci-fi reader, filled with a sense of wonder and sense of seriousness. Kevin J. Anderson, who I love. He is an amazing writer. I adore his Star Wars books. I have another one of his books. I met him last year at Worldcon when it was in Spokane. He was super sweet, considering I told him I loved his X-Wing books, and he didn't write in the X-Wing books. That was Michael J. Stackpole and Aaron Alstrom. Rest his soul. So he was really sweet. And I'm like, no, I know who you are. I know who you are. It's like, you wrote the Young Jedi books. I love the Young Jedi books. They were like gateway drug to Star Wars books, which is totally off subject. But I was like, no, I love him. So he's a sweetheart. And he writes a lot of different types of books. I gather he took over writing the Dune books, I think. I'm not positive, but I think he did. Anyway, he was a sweetheart. I liked meeting him. So if he liked this book, I thought, well, maybe. And I like that it says it's got a sense of wonder and a sense of seriousness. That's awesome. So, being that this is a hardback book, the back cover only has something by Mike W. Barr, author of Camelot 3000. We're going to look into that book. And Stanley Schmidt, editor of Analog. Only superhero. Generations ago, Earth and the cislunar colonies banned genetic and cybernetic modifications. But out in the asteroid belt, anything goes. Dozens of flourishing space habitats are spawning exotic new societies and strange varieties of humans. It's a volatile situation that threatens the peace and stability of the entire solar system. Emerald Blair is a troubleshooter. Inspired by the classic superhero comics of previous centuries, she's joined with other Maj to try and police the unruly asteroid belt. But her loyalties are tested when she finds herself torn between rival factions of superheroes with very different agendas. Emerald wants to put her special abilities to good use and atone for her scandalous past. But what do you do when you can't tell the heroes from the villains? I'm going to read this book. I'm so going to try to read this book. I might see if I can get it on audio, because I do much better with audiobooks. Don't do a lot of book reading lately. I don't know why. But I think I'm going to try. This one sounds really cool. There's even, I like it, they got little quote things in the book. Obviously, one might be real and one probably is fake. Based off of the date given. New forms of power do not obey conservation laws. Conservation, not conservative. They can be created, but never again destroyed. Superheroes are here, and you will have to live with us. And you will have to live with us, yeah. But by the same token, you may no longer be able to live without us. Interesting. Kind of if you look at superhero movies, you know, look at the Avengers storylines. As the superheroes start to step in, supervillains start to show up. People with special abilities who are evil. People who are just evil in general. You know, people with bad attitudes. People who just want to mess you over. So, once you introduce the world to one, you kind of get a slight yin-yang thing going. You really can't not introduce to the other. So, and then, this is a real quote by one of the godfathers of superheroes. With great power, there must also come great responsibility. Stan Lee. Okay, I will read this book. I would read this book. I will totally look it up. I'm going to put down in the comment section when I do this. I'm going to do a comment section of books I liked, books I didn't like, you know, which ones I'm going to try to read. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a review on it. Put that in a separate file. All right. Book 4 is a graphic novel. I think I actually just checked this out for me, but it's called Dying to be an Author, Exquisite Corpse. And I just, oh, she's the same age as me. I just thought it sounded cute, a dying to be an author part. So, there isn't much in here to show. I'll show you a picture of the art. I mean, you can kind of see it. Oh, it's cute. I like it. So, but we'll see. It looks kind of cute. I don't know if it's self-contained. The author is Pénélope Bagieu. Bagieu? I don't know. She was born in Paris in 1982 to Corsican and Bisque parents. She is a best-selling graphic novel author, and her editorial illustrations have appeared all over the French media. She blogs, drums in a rock band, and watches lots of nature shows. So, all right, here is our little inside piece. Zoe isn't exactly the intellectual type, which is why she doesn't recognize world-famous author Thomas Roker when she stumbles into his apartment and into his life. Zoe doesn't know Balzac from Batman, but she's going to have to wise up fast, because Rochard has a terrible secret, and now Zoe is sitting on the literary scandal of the century. Cool. That's it. Okay. I do like the art on the cover. Very cute. Just to give you like a quick picture. This is the inside of the book. I think I will read this. Yeah. I like the cat. Well, I mean, it's a cat.